stibbity dop, 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 dop. Yes, 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 yes. Stib, stibbity dip, stibbity double, 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 double. Yes, yes.
Lord knows that ain't the only thing bagging, sagging, and dragging.
Everybody wants to know what I would do if I wasn't crazy. And the world may never know, because that's boring. That's so boring. Ew.
You are a crazy bitch!
What do you think? What's wrong with it?
Take the bell off.
This is why I have trust issues right here.
You don't have a double chin. What you do have is bad posture. So all you need to do is 2 steps. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Bring your chin slightly forward and then slightly down, and look at the difference that makes.
That shit's real. That's exactly how I feel every time I try one of these.
The way people treat you when you have a nice car is absolutely wild.
Whether people like to admit it or not, the car that you drive, the watches that you wear, whatever it may be, is a status symbol. And status is one of the most important things to people in this entire fucking world. People will automatically think you are somebody, whether you're somebody or not, if you drive cars of this caliber. And it 100% opens doors for you, whether you want to admit it or not. It very much so does.
You know what? Yeah. I have a list, and you can tell me if any of these names ring a bell. So these are all men who have had divorces initiated against them. Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Dr. Dre, Ryan Reynolds, Tom Brady, Lance Armstrong, Alex Rodriguez, Channing Tatum, Chris Rock, Ben Affleck, Chris Pratt, Liam Hemsworth, Ben Stiller, David Duchovny, Orlando Bloom, Tiger Woods, Sean Penn, Sylvester Stallone, Paul McCartney, Ryan Felipe, Jason Momoa, Michael Jordan. These are all very attractive men, high status men, wealthy, and even they can't keep a chick. So me as like, I consider myself like kind of a normal dude. I think, bro, if Brad Pitt can't keep a chick,
He's dead right, guys. I mean, I've drawn this conclusion before. I said it on this show several times before. That's exactly right. If these guys couldn't keep their women happy, what would make us believe that we'd be able to? And they would make you believe that they didn't have the lifestyle that they wanted, but with that type of money, you could buy any lifestyle you might want.
Electricity, I feel fire, feeling of emotion. I feel fire between you and me. I feel pressure, feeling of emotion. I feel pressure. All of my.
Listen to me very carefully. By age 25, you should be old enough to realize this. Most people never understand number 6 until they're 40. 1. Life is 100% better when no one knows anything about you. 2. You shouldn't take advice from people who are not where you want to be in life. 3. Everyone will show you who they are, just give them time. 4. You need to be smart enough to create your own opportunities. Don't wait for them to come to you. 5. The secret of happiness is freedom. The secret of freedom is courage. In life, you must take action if you want to experience freedom. Lastly, 6. You will always have some sort of conflict going on in your life. You must learn to enjoy life while still solving them. There's beauty in everything we experience. You just need to adjust your perception. You can either cry in the storm or dance in the rain.
6 is absolutely the true key to winning over life and having the best time no matter what. I swear I learned that one about 30 years old, and it changed my life in every way, because especially as you own more businesses and more YouTube channels and more stuff, there's so many moving parts that something's always going wrong. And in my 20s, it would ruin my dinner, but now nothing can get under my skin. I feel like nothing can actually bother me unless I consent to being bothered by it. And my expectation is that things are going to go wrong now. I know that they are. So I'm not bothered by that. I'm just going to overcome it. I've always overcome it my whole life. I found confidence in the fact that I've always overcome it no matter what. So I don't live in fear or anxiety anymore. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. and I'll be sure to overcome it no matter what. Find peace, guys, and if you can't find peace, definitely dance in the rain.
Honeys, excuse the bed hair, but look what we got. Krispy Kreme. Look at those. Look at those. So freaking good.
Good Lord.
Goodness. Honeys, a Krispy Kreme donut. It beats the hell out of a damn Dunkin' Donut.
I eat because I'm unhappy. And I'm unhappy because I eat. It's a vicious cycle.
No shit, that's a real chick, but what's up with these Krispy Kreme donuts? They're not even fucking good. If you're in San Diego, you gotta go to Rose Donuts in Linda Vista, line out the door at 2 o'clock.
All right, see ya.
Love ya.
Love you. We'll talk more.
All right. Drive safe.
Yep.
Watch out for idiots.
Parents are always worried if you ride because there's a lot of dumb drivers out there. And, well, she definitely wasn't wrong.
So sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god, Jacob. Fuck me.
Fuck, Mom.
I'm so sorry, Jacob. Oh,
God damn it, Mom.
I didn't even fucking... God damn, I didn't even see you. Oh my god.
One of my best friends did this to me. I was on a street bike, and it's like, he was in a Honda, and the bumper just kind of bubbled over the tire and held the bike standing up. So it didn't like blow me that far out, and it didn't scratch the bike or anything at all. Man, you gotta watch out for these idiot drivers.
If you meet a woman that takes accountability for her actions, apologizes when she's wrong, and strives to be better, immediately dump her. Get rid of her immediately. You're dating a man. Hoes don't do that.
How to know if white cock or black cock is right for you. Let's talk about it.
Say what?
It's important to know that both will get the job done, but depending on your needs and what you need to fill, one is definitely better than the other. In my case, I will be choosing the black cock for the front. If you are working with a large gap or hole, you will see that this is going to work beautifully. Now for the back door, my preference is a white cock. As you can see here, the slit that I need to fill is much smaller. Now I know some of you may be thinking it's a little excessive to have two different cocks to get the job done, but I am all about the max efficiency in the shortest amount of time. It's also important to have the right size tip for the hole that you need to fill. Even if your cock is well used and pretty beat up like this one, don't worry, it will still work. Now the black cock is fairly new to me, but I did decide to go with a larger tip due to the size of the hole that I am working with today. You're going to want to hold it firmly and apply light pressure to the tip, and then gently rub it into the crease or hole that you are wanting to fill. It can be a little nerve-wracking at first, but don't be afraid to really get in there. Go ahead and really work it into the area, as any excess mess can be cleaned up at a later time. Once you have filled the hole, you're going to want to take your finger and gently rub along everywhere you have put the cock. I advise that you use a glove for protection. Fortunately, I didn't have one handy and I was eager to get the job done, so I went ahead and went without.
Seat GT3 RS. We knew that the nuts didn't get warm, so we added the gooch coolant to the vehicle.
Miss Cause he faded, white boy wasted, Channing Tatum. He don't want to be kept, don't keep him. He don't want the paper, then bitch, don't keep it, ho.
All right. Thanks for getting through all the wildness. And now it's time for Larry's final thought. All right, y'all. Let's see what I got for you today. You know, my whole life is sort of based around math. I find myself doing math all day, especially with the idle time of my mind. And I'm like analyzing businesses, or I'm analyzing my own, or I'm thinking about purchases. And, well, you know, sometimes the math is a little bit multifaceted. You got to look a little bit deep, especially when you're thinking about like buying houses and stuff like that. Man, I crunch these numbers on the houses. This shit don't make no sense to me. And the math is like so bad, I think I'm doing it wrong. So I'm like trying to ask someone, like, is this right? But man, like with the mortgage being basically twice as much as the rent, plus the down payment and maintenance, plus after you pay all the interest on like $1 million house, the interest after the whole loan's over is like 1.4 mil. Which means that at this point, you'd have to the break even point would be 2.4 mil. So like if you paid the interest plus the principal, and the way the loan breaks down is that you always pay the interest in the beginning. So it's just like, who can afford a house that costs 2.4 mil? Like the fraction of 1% of people. It's like back when our parents did it and they bought a house for 400,000 and they're like, and the interest made it go up to maybe like 800. The interest might have been like 450,000, so they're like $850,000 in, and then they're like, well, I'm gonna have to beat that number. So like if their house appreciated to 1.2, then it worked, and then people could buy houses for 1.2, like a lot. There's a big pool of people that could, but there's not a big pool of people that can cover all your expenses and interest all the way up to 2.4 million. Like this shit's probably got to crash. So it's like, you don't even really got to do strong, but you don't got to know trigonometry to learn to look at all the numbers and like sit down and go, is this fucking for real? And if I'm doing my numbers wrong, will y'all let me know? Because it seems like a fucked up situation. And I'm like, is this real? Like, so I don't know. Is it real? But the other one I was adding up today is like, I have trucks. You know, I have a 3/4 ton 2500 HD Chevy. It's got a 6.0 gas engine. This fucking thing getting like 13 miles to the gallon on the freeway. So when I drive to LA and back, it costs like $100. But a new truck, my friend got a truck, it's a Chevy, and it has active fuel management, which is a problem in itself, but it gets 33 miles to the gallon. And the fail rate on the active fuel management is like less than 5%. So it's like, and I've dealt with it before, so it's like, you know, it ain't that expensive of a job really. So anyways, 33 miles to the gallon, but you do the math. It's like, I'd have to drive, basically if the truck payment was $600, I'd have to drive to LA 11 times just to break even on the gas savings, or just keep the trucks I have that are paid for and let them drink like there's no tomorrow, right? So it's like, well, it just doesn't make sense to put a down payment on a truck, get into a $600 payment to get 33 miles to the gallon when I only go to LA 4 times. But I sure kind of want a truck, so maybe I'll redo the math. But anyways, my whole life revolves around math, guys. Everything's math. The pallets are math, the weight, the estimated weights, fucking all sorts of shit. How much time will it take these guys to get the job done? There's this many pieces on the order. They're this large. They do this many in a day. How many days will it take? How much labor is that? So everything's a number. So get comfortable with doing math. That'll help you analyze things. You can't analyze the business without doing a lot of numbers. And sometimes you don't have the numbers exactly, so you have to figure out what they are too. So, you know, it's math figuring out the numbers. It's math crunching the numbers. You can't do this without math, straight up. All right, guys. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we're going to see you on the next one.